Hello. So, how did the idea for Warped begin? Well, it was 2009. My husband was deployed, and I had three daughters at home. I was really, really stressed, and I had terrible insomnia. And I found this show from the Sci Fi Channel called Sanctuary. And in it, Amanda Tapping played a woman named Helen Magnus, and Robin Dunn played her protege, Will Zimmerman. And together with their team, they worked together to help abnormals. Abnormals were animals, or even they looked like you and me, and they had special abilities. And so I kind of like, as I watched the show, I thought, well, what if there was one abnormal who was so strong and so powerful that all of the abnormals were afraid of her and they feared her? And so no one messed with her or with the people that were under her protection. And that is how the idea for Elizabeth Strong was born. So my husband came home, Elizabeth got put on the back burner, and we moved from Kansas to Washington. And I homeschooled and I took care of my kids and I made sure that I did mom things. And then 2017 came and my daughters wanted to go and try public school. And so the Lord and I kind of spent some time talking about it. Now, even from the time that I was a little girl, I've always had a very vivid imagination. And I realized one day that I had actually been writing stories my entire life. I just kept them all in my head and hadn't put them on paper. And so I thought, well, if I was going to tell a story, whose story would I tell? And Elizabeth Strong was born because I had to change her name. I had to do some things. I had to change some things, which, for the record, is often par for the course when you're a writer. And so I started kind of like working on fleshing out Elizabeth, and I changed her name. I changed a lot of her backstory. I had to remove Elizabeth from the show Sanctuary because originally she had been very entrenched in that. And so eventually we get Elizabeth Strong, and we got Ethan. They are the only two who are original to what I had imagined were Elizabeth and Ethan. And Ethan looks very different from how he looked in the beginning. And so I started writing and telling the story of Elizabeth Strong, a woman who has no voice because it's locked. Her memories have been blocked. Her twin sister lives inside of her body because the people who left her with her adoptive parents had pushed her inside to save her twin. And since Elizabeth is only 5 foot tall and her sister is much taller than her, and Elizabeth can't grow up, she went out a little bit. So Elizabeth is chubby when you first meet her because she's got her twin sister living inside of her. But she also has these abilities that she doesn't really completely understand why she has them. And but she wants to use them to help people. And that is Elizabeth Strong. It's what makes her the protector, as God calls her to be in Warped, is that she loves people and she cares for them and she wants to help them and change them. And my prayer is that as you read Warped and as you begin to follow Elizabeth on her adventures, because there are more books coming, then you will not only find yourself drawing closer to God, but you'll begin to see how God has worked around the world in America, but also how people have begun to walk away from him. And he's not as important as he was before. So I hope that you enjoy Warped. I can't wait for you guys to get to read it. And it's already available for pre-order on Amazon for the Kindle, and it releases on Valentine's Day of this year. I'm so excited. I hope you guys have a great day.